What if I told you that beneath the noise of cheering crowds, flashing cameras, and the pressure of world class tennis, there exists a love story that has captured the attention of millions? A romance that blends athletic power with fashion influence, fierce focus with unapologetic flair. This is the story of Taylor Fritz, the rising American tennis star, and Morgan Riddle, the social media sensation who has brought a fresh wave of glamour and reliability to the tennis world. We'll dive into who they are, how they met, their journey as a couple, the challenges and controversies they've faced, their influence both on and off the court, and how they continue to shape not just their own futures, but the image of tennis itself. So sit back, because this is more than just a love story. It's a modern day partnership of ambition, style, and substance. Taylor Harry Fritz was born in October 1997 in California into a family where tennis wasn't just a pastime, but practically in the bloodline. His mother, Kathy May, was once ranked inside the world's top 10 on the WTA Tour, while his father, Guy Fritz, played and coached tennis professionally. With that kind of pedigree, it almost seemed inevitable that Taylor would step onto the court. He turned professional in 2015, and it didn't take long for the tennis world to notice. Over the years, he has built a resume that includes multiple ATP titles, highlighted by a stunning victory at the Masters 1000 tournament in Indian Wells in 2022. He has reached the world's top 5 rankings, battled legends like Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic, and represented his country on the Olympic stage. Taylor is now recognized not just as one of America's top players, but as a legitimate global star in tennis. On the other hand, Morgan Riddle's story is far from the traditional tennis tale. Born in 1997 in Minnesota, Morgan did not grow up immersed in sports. She studied English in college, worked in media, and eventually found herself drawn to fashion, lifestyle, and content creation. What makes her so unique is that she wasn't a tennis fan at all before meeting Taylor. But today, she's known as one of the most influential figures in the tennis world, not for swinging a racket, but for bringing the sport closer to mainstream audiences through her fresh perspective, glamorous style, and social media presence. With her vibrant fashion sense and witty videos, she has earned recognition as the face of tennis core, inspiring new fans to see tennis as not just a sport, but a lifestyle. Their story began in 2020 during the global lockdowns. Morgan had just moved to Los Angeles and, like many people during that time, turned to dating apps to connect. That's where she matched with Taylor Fritz. At first, she didn't even realize he was a professional tennis player. She thought he might just be a college athlete. Their first date was anything but ordinary. Sushi takeout, a movie night, and not just any movie. Midsommar, a dark and eerie horror film. Definitely not the kind of lighthearted romance one might expect for a first date, but it turned out to be unforgettable. Despite the unusual choice, their chemistry clicked, and soon enough, their relationship grew. By the end of 2020, they had gone public, and their romance quickly became a talking point. Fans saw a new side of Taylor. Not just the focused, serious competitor on the court, but a young man who had found happiness off it. And Morgan? She found herself unexpectedly immersed in a sport she once admitted she knew nothing about. Together, they turned tennis tournaments into stages not only for athletic battles, but for fashion, lifestyle, and a new kind of courtside influence. So, what makes their bond so strong? The answer lies in balance. Life on tour is chaotic, constant travel, early mornings, and unpredictable schedules. Taylor's life revolves around matches, training, and recovery. Morgan brings creativity, lightheartedness, and a touch of glamour to an otherwise grueling routine. They complement each other perfectly. While Taylor focuses on his tennis, Morgan documents their travels, shares fashion looks, and creates behind the scenes content that fans adore. He credits her with helping him stay healthier, more focused, and happier on the road. She, in turn, often says that Taylor has given her the opportunity to find her own place in the tennis world, allowing her to blend her love for style with his demanding athletic career. Together, they are a team, not just in love, but in life. Of course, being in the spotlight hasn't always been smooth. Morgan, with her bold personality and social media presence, has faced criticism from traditional corners of the tennis community. Some have accused her of seeking fame through Taylor's success. But Morgan has been unapologetic, stating bluntly that she is simply being herself and that if people don't like it, that's their problem. Beyond the criticism, there have been challenges in the relentless lifestyle of the tour itself. Morgan has spoken openly about the not so glamorous side of constant travel: flight delays, food poisoning, lost luggage, even dangerous situations while abroad. These experiences show that life on tour isn't always picture perfect. But what shines through is her resilience and ability to turn those struggles into relatable, humorous stories that fans love to follow. As of now, Taylor and Morgan don't have children together, but Taylor is already a father. From a previous marriage, he has a young son named Jordan, born in 2017. Becoming a father at such a young age wasn't easy, but Taylor has often spoken about how it made him grow up quickly. With Morgan by his side, he balances fatherhood with the demands of being a professional athlete, and she has embraced the role of being part of that extended family with grace. When it comes to influence, this couple packs a serious punch. Taylor has already earned tens of millions in prize money from his tennis career, not to mention endorsements and sponsorships that come with being a top player. His net worth continues to rise as he cements his place among the elite of the sport. Morgan's financial influence, while less defined in exact numbers, is undeniable. With her collaborations, social media following, and features in major publications, she has carved out a niche that goes beyond simply being the girlfriend of a tennis star. In fact, many have labeled her the most famous woman in men's tennis today. Together, they're not just a couple, they're a brand. On the court, Taylor Fritz's career trajectory has been remarkable. From winning junior Grand Slam titles to breaking through on the ATP Tour, his crowning moment came at Indian Wells in 2022 when he defeated Rafael Nadal to capture his first Masters 1000 title. Since then, he has reached the later rounds of Grand Slams, contested the U.S. Open final, and even brought home an Olympic medal. He is now consistently one of the most feared players on tour, known for his powerful serve and fearless baseline play. Meanwhile, Morgan has created her own lane in the tennis ecosystem. She has vlogged their travels, given fans an inside look at life behind the scenes, and even hosted lifestyle shows around tournaments. She also made appearances on Netflix's tennis documentary series, giving viewers an authentic glimpse to what it's like to live on the other side of the net. Once an outsider, she is now considered one of the defining personalities in the sports cultural scene. What makes this couple fascinating is the way they carry themselves. Taylor remains calm, humble, and grounded in his role as a top athlete. He rarely seeks the spotlight beyond his tennis achievements, letting his racket do the talking. Morgan, meanwhile, embraces the spotlight with confidence. She brings color, style, and energy to a sport that can sometimes feel too traditional. And yet, despite these differences, they don't clash. They complement each other. Whether it's Taylor walking into press conferences after a big win or Morgan turning heads courtside with her style, together they embody the perfect blend of quiet determination and bold expression. Taylor Fritz and Morgan Riddle are not just dating, they are redefining what it means to be a modern sports couple. He is the focused, hardworking athlete climbing the ranks of tennis. She is the stylish, outspoken influencer turning heads and bringing new fans to the game. Their love story, from a dating app match to becoming one of the sport's most talked about duos, proves that sometimes the most unlikely connections turn out to be the most powerful. Together, they are more than just a romance. They are a team, a partnership, and a cultural phenomenon. As Taylor chases Grand Slam glory and Morgan continues to reshape how fans see tennis, one thing is clear: this love story is far from over. So, as the stadium lights shine and as the cameras capture every serve, every smile, and every courtside outfit, remember you're not just watching a player and his girlfriend. You're watching two people changing the game, each in their own way, together.